Hi guys, for physics we'll be discussing on thermophysics, heat transfer. So the topics covered will be basic concepts of heat transfer. If you want to know more, you can read this textbook, Heat Transfer by J.P. Horman. Basic concept of heat transfer. So hopefully at the end of this slide you will understand the heat transfer, conduction, convection and radiation. Heat transfer. Heat always moves from a warmer place to a cooler place. Hot objects in a cooler room will cool to room temperature. Cold objects in a warmer room will heat up to room temperature. Imagine if you have a cup of coffee and a red popsicle. If a cup of coffee and a red popsicle were left on the table in the room, what would happen to them and why? So the cup of coffee will cool until it reaches room temperature. The popsicle will melt and then the liquid will warm to room temperature. Heat transfers in three methods. The first method is conduction. The second method is convection. The third method is radiation. Heat or thermal energy is created by the movement of particles or atoms that produces heat. Heat energy increases as temperature increases because as temperature increases, atoms move faster. It has higher kinetic energy. Heat is transferred from one object to another when the objects are at different temperatures. The amount of heat that is transferred when two objects are brought into contact depends on the difference in temperature between the objects. So there's a change in the value. Heat is transferred only when two objects are at different temperatures. If two objects are at the same temperature, two objects reaches thermal equilibrium, means is at balance. Thermal energy always moves from warmer to cooler objects. The warmer object loses thermal energy and becomes cooler as the cooler object gains thermal energy and becomes warmer. Energy will continue to move from a warmer object to a cooler object until both have the same temperature. So this is your first question. What will happen to the coffee as it continues to sit? Again, I repeat it again and again. Heat transfer can occur in three methods: conduction, convection, and radiation. First, we'll be looking at conduction. So conduction is the transfer of heat by direct contact. So there's a collision of particles. Conduction occurs most easily in solids and liquids. So if you can see the diagram on your left hand side, this is an example of conduction. Hot pan on a hob. Conduction. Why is conduction easier in solids and liquids? Atoms and molecules are closer together in solids and liquids, so the particles need to move only a short distance before they bump into one another and transfer energy. If you can tell me the movement of thermal energy in the picture below. Your warm hand consists of faster moving molecules. It bumps against the cold ice, which consists slower moving molecules. Thermal energy moves from your warm hand to the cold ice. How is this an example of conduction? Faster moving molecules in your warm hand bump against the slower moving molecules in the ice to transfer thermal energy. Direct contact of the particles occurs. Therefore, heat is transferred by conduction. So this is your turn. So this is your second question. If you can tell me and explain to me the movement of thermal energy if you were about to eat this noodle. Your third question is, why does the lady in the pink dress drop her roasting stick before the lady in the green dress does? So answer all these three questions. So the first question is about the cup of coffee. The second question is about the noodle. And the third question is about the lady in the pink dress. So answer all these three questions. Send it off to me via Google Classroom. I'll send the link and post it onto your WhatsApp. Send it before 28th of October, before 12 noon. See you again virtually next week. Sincerely yours. Thank you guys.